Hello guys, welcome to Hola Tech. Today we are going to solve the Leetcode problem number 112, that is find the path sum. So let's understand the problem statement here. What it says is basically we need to find the route to leap path that path should be equal to the given target. Path here means we basically need to add the nodes value, okay, and if you add each nodes in the route path in the route to leap path and their sum is equal to the target, we can return that path. If not, we can say it like return it as a false. Okay, this is the problem statement, and we need to solve this today. Cool. Okay, and yeah, let's dive into the problem now and understand more how we can solve this. As I'm written here, uh, problem. So as when we start from the root and see if root is equal to null, we can say it, we can directly return as false. When we start from the left and we need to check uh, root, is it contains a value, right? And we need to check does it also contains a left and right. Yes, if it contains a left, we go towards the left, again we go to the left, right? So once we reach at the leaf node, and again when we end up seeing like null exists at the left and right of this node, when it exists, basically we return it back saying like there is no leaf nodes exist at this point of time, right? When it would not exist, what we should do when we are coming from the root, right? Basically we need to take a variable and we keep adding that. Say for example, we took a node sum variable, right? And we added 5 to that, correct? 5 to that, and say 5 at this point of time, and node sum become what is that, it become initially, so now it become 9, and at this point of time it become 9 plus 11, how much it is? So basically it become 20, and at this point it become how much? 27, correct? At this point of time, and when we are at here, we need to check is it equals to target. Okay, and if this is target, right, so we can directly return true. Okay, so this is a problem statement. Hope you guys able to understand this, correct? And what if we have another uh, path where if it is equal to target, right? We no need to basically iterate or go through the other nodes because we already found it here, so we can directly return true. Okay, what if we don't find in the first path itself? Then we have to go towards the right node. Okay, and what is the sum? At this point it was 20 plus 2, this is 22. Okay, you can say it as 22, and if this is also not possible, right, we go here, is there a value? No, right? So still it become 9, and we go here, it is at this point of time it is 5, it's not equal to target. Say target is what is the target given in this problem is 22, right? So we already found the target here, so we can return the target when target is 22, right? When it is 22, at this point we found it, and we can return this path. What if it is something else, right? So we go to the right. Okay, and what is the path sum here from 5 to 8? It is basically 5 at this point, and if you add 8 to the 5, so it will be 13, correct? Now we go to the right, again the left, right, and 13 plus 13, so it is going to become 26. So now we go to the right, and 13 plus 4, how much it is? 17, correct? Now we go to the leaf node, and we end up here null, and here also we always end up with the null. When we are null, we return it back, right? Here also the same thing, we return it back. So I forgot to mention that when we are at here 17 plus 1, so this is 18, correct? So we have to iterate through the nodes in worst case and find it out whether we are able to find the target. If not, we are going to return it as a false. Okay, if this is true, then definitely we are going to return it true. If not, it's going to return it as a false. So let's understand the negative case. I think I already explained the negative case here itself, right? Basically, if it is not right, as I said, or if it is not equal to the target, it's going to return false. So now let me jump into the Leetcode problem here, platform, and let's write the code. Okay, and before writing the code, I wanted to give a explanation about the time complexity and space complexity and the approach which I'm going to use it. Okay, as I said, I'm going to use a recursive approach to solve this problem. And in recursive way, what I do is I basically, in the here I said, right, I'm going to take node some one variable, and recursively I do go through all the nodes of this tree. Okay, and I'm going through all the nodes of the tree. I'm going to adding the value to the node sum on each node and comparing with the target, and again I'm going to the next node and again doing the same thing, right, recursive way. So it's time complexity. If you ask me, it's going to take O of n time, and space complexity will be taking O of whatever the variable. I can say this is an auxiliary times space complexity of O of n worst case. If not the best case, when we found at this path itself, right, so we can say it as like we found it, and this can be the first path itself. Cool. So this is a thing regarding the time and space complexity. Now let's jump into the platform and write a code for this. As I said, I'm going to take a variable that is node sum, right, and I'm going to initialize at initial state as 0, and calculate. I write a function called as calculate sum, and which takes a root, and it's take a target sum, and it's take a node sum. Okay, so let's write that function. We declared calculate sum. Okay, so calculate sum, and root, what is this? This is a tree node. Okay, and the target sum and node sum are int. Let's initialize them also here. Okay, so now base condition, as I said, right, this is a base condition where I'm written, I think yeah, when the node is equal to null, here basically when it is at this point, and if we find it is a null, we can directly say it like we return it as a false. Okay, so that is what I'm going to write it here. If root equals to null, we can return it as return false. Okay, what if not null? So basically we need to check, are we at the leaf node, and we need to find equals to null, and root dot right equals to null. Okay, if it is yes, right, if both are null, basically at this point we need to compare the target and the node sum. As I said, here node sum is 27. How it is? It is current node. As I said, current node sum, that is 7. Correct, that is, I can say it as something like this, right? Node, this is that node dot data, this data plus previous node sum, that is previous node sum is all these nodes, which is all these nodes which is we come from. Correct, and we need to check is equals to target, right? Then we can return this particular condition. Okay, and I'm going to check it here as target sum is equal to I can return this one directly. So is it equals to root dot this is val, okay, and plus what is that, previous sum, that is node sum. We need to add that node sum. Okay, this is a node sum and we can take it as an int. Cool. And what if it is not equal? We go through the previous node. That is, if it is not equal at this point, right, if that is not equal, what we do, we go to the next node, that is this node, and towards the left right we go and we check again is it equals, and if check this node and calculate the sum. At this point again we end up with the null and null at the leaf nodes. We again go through this. If not, right, we go to the left and right. So basically we can return it as calculate path sum. Okay, calculate path sum, say root dot left. First we started with the left and we started with the target, and node sum is what here, basically the previous sum plus the current sum, which I'm saying, right, that is root dot val, current value. Let me explain you what is that line says. Basically when we are at this point, right, we are taking the left, correct, and we are taking a target which is already given, this one. Cool. And we are taking the value node sum, that is previous is 5, right, and we are taking the root dot val, which is current val 4. So 5 plus 4, how much it is? It is 9. 9 is passed to the next iteration, correct. So we are done with the, this is for the left. How about the right? We should write the right node calculation also, right, that is r. Why we should write a r here? So if we are able to find it here in the left side, we can return true. What if we don't find it? We can also find on the right side, right? If any one of that is true, we can return the final result as true. It doesn't mean like we always need to find the result at the left side of the tree, right? If it is a condition, we can say it like just go through the left nodes and we can return it. But what they are saying is throughout the node we have to loop through the entire tree, and we need to find the path which is equal to the target, correct. So we need to write the r condition here. Okay, I'm going to write it as root dot right, that is target node sum plus root dot val. Hope you guys able to understand why I'm written r condition here and why I'm written return directly, because it has to go and it has to return the boolean over here. Okay, you forgot that. Okay, return it. Cool, this is it. I think let's submit this code and it should work, I believe. I think there's a syntax mistakes. Let's find it out. Node sum is, so error operator call dot qualified call as the root dot, okay, target dot sum is equal to root dot val. I think root dot val is correct, and the plus node which is not allowed at a null level. Okay, and yeah, root dot target, it's already added here, right, line number 22 25. At this point it's not allowed to add it. So what we can do, so basically we can take it as a node sum, right, comma, so we can, okay, I think what we can do here, it is basically saying we are not allowed, so we can remove this while adding. Okay, now submit this. Let's check if there are any mistakes we did it. Okay, target sum int, what it's saying is return boolean. Okay, there is a special character, I think. All right, 25. We added perfectly fine. This is the target and this is the root dot val. Why there is another error it's showing up? Okay, target sum is, oh, this is the target sum, not a target. Okay, and this is the node sum. All right, let's submit this one more time and see. Cool. Hope you guys understood the problem which I tried explaining. And in case if you have any still confusions or any suggestions, feel free to write it in the comment box. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next videos. Bye bye.